Well, I'm Toby.
And I'm Savannah.
And this is Clone Wars Episode 5, Gone with the Trace from a certain point of view. Ahsoka's back in. Looks like, a little bit of time has passed, but not too much, going down into, I believe it's called, District 1313 or something like that, which is, the underground. There's actually supposed to be a video game that was supposed to take place down there, because this is where all the bounty hunters, the scum and villainy of Coruscant. This is, because if you know, Coruscant is, the higher up you live, the more well-off, safer, more richer you are. Yeah, that's why anybody who lives down in the lower levels is, you don't really see a lot of sunlight. It's always dark. It's where the scum and villainy hang out. It's basically a whole belly planet of Mos Espa. If you want. Right off the bat, seeing her get into a situation where she doesn't use the Force at all to save her. She completely relies on her wit to get that bite down onto that platform. So that was it was just nice to see, nice and refreshing to see Ahsoka. I kind of wish there was a little bit more action, but I understand why there isn't. Also, at the same time, it was just this is a setup episode. It's the beginning of an arc in the show, so that's always okay to be a little slower.
Well, I didn't really love the fact that she wasn't using the Force. I mean, I get it. I do understand why she wasn't using the Force, because, like you said, really, you don't leave the Jedi Order. That's just not what you do. You're not supposed to, really. It's just not something that happens a lot.
Thing, yeah.
And so you don't really want it known that you're just walking around with these abilities, but that you're not part of the Jedi Order. I'm sure that carries its own danger, even in the time where the Jedi had 10,000
Oh, yeah, there's still bounty hunters and stuff that went after her.
Yeah,
remember back in Season 2, Cad Bane killed a Jedi to infiltrate their temple. So, I mean, it's always dangerous to be a Jedi in the underground of villainy and scum.
So when you don't have 10,000 others to back you up, I can understand hiding, the abilities. It's just annoying because I want to see her use it. She kicks ass at it. I want to see her use it.
And the sisters are interesting. Ratha, I can't remember the younger one. It starts with a T. I know that. It'll come to me. I mean, again, they're kind of characters. They're in the show, and I'm okay with them. I hope they don't do too much more, rely too much more on them in their next few episodes. I kind of want to just have Ahsoka with her own arc. I feel like most of this should be her just meeting people and then moving on. You're kind of in here for one episode and we're moving on to something different.
Well, and I understand that she might need help every now and again and all, but I think that Ahsoka deserves her own journey. I don't think she needs to have constantly have a supporting. She's not one of those that needs to have a supporting cast around her all the time. She can be on her own and be a fun, dynamic character. I'd rather just watch her by herself, honestly, than two random characters that just come out of nowhere at the tail end of the last season.
Right, yeah. I mean, if this is the final season, this is the time to wrap things up. This is the time to create new storylines. I mean, you can if you're going to do another show, but again, Season 7 isn't really where you do that. This is the ending.
Yeah, it just felt more like, I don't really need... I wanted to know what Ahsoka was doing in the meantime between when she left the Jedi Order and when she eventually goes and sees Anakin and them again. I'm curious, as to what she was doing, but I don't need a play-by-play of everything that happened from when she left the temple to where she sees Anakin again.
Mm-hmm. Especially since, based on where Clone Wars Season 6 was, I think that you kind of sped us up a little bit here.
Yeah.
So we've had a huge time gap already, so we're already getting close to just Episode 3 starting, and there's already a lot more ground to cover there. Pretty much I just want Ahsoka in her own arc and just alone and doing stuff herself. But, hey, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it all the way through. The older sister, Rafa, she kind of rubs me the wrong way. She's a little bit of a... she's supposed to be rough. She's supposed to rough you. She's supposed to be the scoundrel of the two. And
yeah, but you can be a lovable scoundrel. Look at Han. Han was a scoundrel.
It's true.
And we loved him anyway.
You can be a lovable scoundrel.
She's not really... She's just not... I don't know. So far, she's not very likable to me. I don't really... have interest in her.
These characters just aren't... They're not making any impact on us, for sure. Once they're out of the show, I'll be like, okay, they're out of the show.
Right.
I kind of already missed the Bad Batch, though. All right, I know I kind of said that I wanted a different arc, but the Bad Batch could still just be in the background somewhere. I'd be okay with that.
Right. They were good, that you introduced the characters, and right away you were like, I like these characters. They're interesting. They're dynamic. The second they introduced these two, and I was like, oh, so they're the typical life is hard down here kind of characters.
Right, we're working on getting it's Han Solo and Kira from Solo.
Right.
they're down in the bad part of whatever planet they're living on, and they're just trying to get their way out and get a ship and get out of there.
It kind of feels like their only purpose is to teach Ahsoka that not everything is great on Coruscant, which is, don't get me wrong, if that's a lesson that she needs to learn, then great, but...
Yeah, but I feel like she's already learned that, too.
Well, I feel like you can learn it with more dynamic characters, too. If that's their only purpose in being in the episode, then they're going to be boring characters because they're just the flat...
They're one-dimensional.
They're one-dimensional, yeah, where they're the hard knock life anti-kids, essentially, like...
Yep.
I don't care.
Exactly. So I'm very excited. I mean, Ahsoka's back in, so I'm hoping next episode we'll see a lot more with just Ahsoka doing stuff. I mean, she used the Force at the end of this episode to save the other one with the droids that went crazy and stuff, but so we'll end up seeing what happens next week, and yeah, I mean, just, hey, at least Ahsoka's back in it, and that's something. That's going to lead us to the Mandalore stuff, which is where we all want to be right now.
It's true.
But until next time, may the films be with you.